So something that's new for me, and if you've been watching my channel, you know I've been fighting a little bit of an injury since this last marathon. Trying to baby it. I got some PT going on tomorrow, trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with me. But in the meantime, I've been biking. And all week I've been biking. The last week and a half, I've been biking. I've been putting in hours sitting on that little seat. And today, this guy who's super fit gets on the bike next to me and we're biking for a little bit. Finally, he sticks his hand out and he just starts coaching me up. I must have been doing things so wrong that this guy on the Olympic team felt like he had to step in and tell me what I was doing and help me. He thought I was so clueless on everything. And then over time we were talking and I kind of told him I'm more of a runner and you know, I've been doing this and this is kind of how I was going about biking. And then once he realized I was a little bit more of an expert than just some dude spinning on the bike sweating, then he started to open up to me a little bit, and it was actually sick. Said he opened up to me and started telling me all these stories, and you know, he might not be able to run the distance I can't, but he is an athlete for sure. But I was just cracking up that I was so wrong on that bike. He felt like he had to coach me up, which I actually appreciate it. No hate taken. But that's my morning story. Welcome to another video. Today is actually a very interesting day, and let me tell you why. I am finally biting the bullet and going to physical therapy. I have pushed this off for basically my entire life. I always figured I know what's best. I can handle it on my own. But it has been about 7 weeks since my last marathon. I took about 2 weeks off, just doing some stair steppers, some walking, just thinking I was a little bit sore. And then I did a couple weeks at 30 miles a week, just light jogging, not really pushing myself, but my knee, T-band, hip, that kind of area was bothering me. I could run, it would hurt the next day, but then after 24 hours of recovery, I'd be able to run again, but it was just constantly sore. And then finally this last week, I decided to turn up the intensity a little bit, not more miles, just more intense, and it completely fell apart. And I figured it's been about 7 weeks since that race, and things are only going to get more intense if we're going to break the 3-hour sound barrier for Chicago. So I'm running out of time on when I can dilly-dally. So we're going to physical therapy for the first time ever. We're going to one of the most recommended places in Fort Lauderdale area called Avion. I'm interested to see how it'll go. Hopefully they give me a little diagnosis on my running form, some exercises, do some dry needling. But I really have no idea because I have never done physical therapy other than in high school when you had the trainers post-practice or whatever. But I'm excited to learn a little bit more about my body. I'm taking an ego hit on taking some directions from others, which I have slowly learned over my years on this earth that is probably a good thing. So let's hit this physical therapy. This is not typically something that I would do, but it is something that is necessary and something that's going to help me in the long run. So I'm excited. Let's go hit this physical therapy. All right, well, PT was semi-successful. Basically, they just confirmed everything that I knew, but I'm glad that I had a professional tell me that I was right. So what they did was I came in, answered questions, which I will say that I'm pretty sure I answered before on the phone. And then we did some stretches. They wanted to see my mobility. Then we did some dry needling and then some exercises. So the dry needling should help immediately, but the thing that I really want to solve is the root cause so that in the future when things get intense, I don't have it flare up again. The problem is my PSOAS muscle is a little weak. I'm tight in the hips, and when I get fatigued, not a lot, but ever so slightly, my knees will go in, which then causes a lot of stress on the IT band, which is what's causing this, and then it just keeps flaring up. And so basically my hips are weak. I need to do stretches to unlock it, loosen it up, and then I need to do some exercises to strengthen it. That should help it. We'll see how the dry needling goes. It wasn't painful, but it was more painful than I thought it was gonna be. I thought you weren't gonna feel anything. I did feel it. It's been a couple hours. I don't feel too sore from it. They said there might be some bruising. I'm hoping tomorrow I feel good. They said I'm cleared to run. They wouldn't recommend running through the pain, but really focus on warming up my glutes before a run with a couple exercises. That way they're firing before and my body uses them rather than, you know, kind of hinging at the hips just ever so slightly. That's causing all this problem. So my overall recommendation after going to my first PT, it was helpful, not necessary. If you are a well-versed athlete, I'm not a certified personal trainer, but just from my experience and some Google searches and some of the knowledge I already had, I pretty much figured it out myself, but it was nice having someone confirm those beliefs. So I would give my experience a 6.5. Helpful, but unless you have your insurance covering most of it, then paying that out of pocket, not super necessary. I do think it would help if you went every week to do dry needling and just have it massaged out. That is helpful, but as far as the exercises and stretches, that's all on you, and you can find those exercises online. But what's most important is getting the right area and problem diagnosed, which I had confirmed today. So that was my experience. I am sitting out here on our balcony, Brooke and I just hanging out. We're gonna go out to dinner tonight, nothing too crazy, but we are going to one of our very favorite spots. All right, well, my intentions were to film dinner because Southport is such a vibe.
It's my favorite.
And I ended up not filming anything, which I'm actually pretty disappointed about. But it was so good. We started with the coconut shrimp.
I got the fried mahi tacos with the side of rice. The pieces of fish that you get at Southport are literally massive, which is insane. Like, I'm so full.
It was very good. And then I got Caesar with mahi, lots of mahi. And then we felt like not going home yet and exploring a little bit. So we went to Razzleberry's ice cream, which again, I didn't film any of.
Which is next to a Cold Stone. But if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, forget about the chain of Cold Stone and go to Razzleberry's.
It was good. Brooke got the cookies and
cream and chocolate with rainbow sprinkles.
And I got the banana chip with coconut. So gassed. Brooke has some left over in the freezer. Dinner was great. Live music, tropical vibes, everybody just having a good time. And
even if you sit inside, they have the live music from outside on the speakers inside, which I really appreciate. Everyone there is always so nice. Service is so fast.
It's great. I really wish I could have shown you it, but I didn't film anything.
But there's no need to worry. We'll probably be back next week.
We'll be back
more than once.
Multiple times a week. It is our spot. So now we're going to finally shower off. We've been sitting in our swimsuits all day and then watch a movie, and that's the day. So PT, drinks, dinner, ice cream. Good night. See you in the morning. Say it all the time. The key to a great day is getting up and getting some of the things done that you need before the sun's even up. And now, sitting here enjoying some breakfast, post, a little bit of PT work this morning. Did a 2-mile run just to get some movement in that hip. Super sore, which I think is a good sign. No real pain, just sore. And then about an hour on the bike, just maintaining a zone 2 heart rate. Now we're eating some breakfast. We got Greek yogurt, vanilla protein powder, a couple strawberries, banana, and the secret sauce is almonds, but crush them up And so each bite has a little bit of a crunch. Super easy, super good, and gained. So, we're waiting for Brooke to get up. She is still sound asleep. Eat this breakfast. Might jump in the pool. That sounds kind of nice. And then we got some errands to run today. But another day, another freaking dollar, man. What a great way to start the day. Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. What a way. So my plan this morning was to jump in the ocean post-workout, but I've been dieting not so hard, but I've been dieting hard. And so sometimes you just get like ravenous, and then towards the end of that workout, I started to get so hungry, and plus it's a little windy, and I was like, I gotta get something in my system because I did that workout fasted. The great thing is that I've got a pool here. So we're off to a hot start for the day. Up early, workout, breakfast, little water dip, not ocean dip, but it's hard to complain. That thing's pretty sick. There's two of them that are like brother and sister. They look exactly alike, but are just slightly different. And then this one's just, I think this one's got some character. The Carte Blanc. But I'll tell you what, even as disappointed I am to be doing PT and how hard it is to actually not push myself, because as soon as it feels good, that's when you're like, oh, I'm in the clear, push yourself, and then you just aggravate it a little bit more and set yourself back just another couple days. It's tough, but I'm trying to enjoy the slightly less intensity of workouts that I've got going on right now. The holy matrimony. Costco. Brooke's even matching. She's so excited that she even wore their colors today. All right, post Costco run, we found drinking coconuts. Brooke's coming back from doing her good deed of returning the cart.
Put your carts away.
We do not want to run in with the cart narc. All right, let's try this out. Here we go. There's an arrow, so I guess that's where you put it. Oh, and then one side of the straw sharp.
I feel like it's definitely not sharp enough.
Oh, it went in pretty easy.
That's so bizarre.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think I want to try it.
Try it. How do you not drink out of a coconut? That is good.
All right, we have to go get in line for gas. It's probably going to take us 45 minutes.
Let's go. Bang. Some nice fillets on the grill today. Lately, since moving to Fort Lauderdale, we've had a blast of weekends. We've had so much fun, making new friends, lots of new things, but also we're still trying to figure out like a little bit of our social scene. So we've had a lot of more quiet weekends similar to this, and I'm not too angry about it because before we left Charleston, every weekend something was going on. Every weekend we had something to do, which is great and I love it. But I'm also enjoying this phase of life, and it's also very helpful right now because with the PT that I've got going on, one of the biggest things that you can do is recover, and that is a lot of doing nothing is what recovery is. It's getting good sleep, eating good, low stress, which I could probably work on the stress part. I'm stressing out a lot lately, just a whole lot to do, a whole lot of things that I care about and want to progress at, and it's been difficult. But a calm weekend like this, hitting workouts, laying by the pool, relaxing, early night to bed, it is sometimes boring, but it is good for the soul, that is for sure. So grilling up these steaks. Brooke's gonna whoop up a potato and some mushrooms, one of our favorite dinners. Gonna hang out here for a little bit, probably think a little bit more to myself, which honestly, one of my favorite things to do is to think and ponder. The way my mind works is I need that time to work everything out, and that's what's driving me crazy right now. Is normally my runs in the morning on the weekends, long, sometimes intense, sometimes a little bit easier, but that time gives me a moment to piece together all the things that are going on, whether it's work related, relationships, whatever it is. I can think, I can plan, and I can kind of work these things out, and I haven't been able to do that, which has been very difficult on me. I'm not gonna lie, the bike's been great. It's a good exercise, but it's not the same as going for these runs outside in the dark before the run's up. And finding that time to think to myself and work those things out hasn't really been there, and I think that's been stressing me out, and I think it's causing me a lot of anxiety that I normally don't have, because I do have that outlet normally, and I don't have that outlet. But PT is exciting because it's given me another thing to work towards, and I'm glad I went to PT because it makes me think that I'm not wasting my time doing exercises that I'm not certain will work, so that's why I appreciate it. But I just want to run, man. I just want to run. I just want to be great. Steaks were gas, but Razzleberries was so nice, we had to go to it twice.
On the way.
We're winding down for the night, and thought about, do we need something sweet? And we decided it's probably in our best interest to
Go to Razzleberries.
go to Razzleberries again. So Brooke's probably gonna get the same thing again.
Yep.
I'm gonna switch my order up, but again, that Razzleberries.
Unfortunately, we do need it.
Oh shoot, we're back. Goated. How we feeling?
So good.
Know exactly what you're giving. There it is. Chocolate, sprinkles, cookies and cream. I got coconut with some butter pecan and a little freaking
Sweet treat.
sweet treat. The diet is not too hot this evening, but that is it. We're gonna enjoy this ice cream, end our evening here. Bunch of rehab, bunch of PT,
Punch of
lots
sun.
of recovery, sun, the full 9 yards. Thanks for watching another one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See ya.
See you in the next one.